She said she Yeah.
You want me to reach out?
This is for sinus.
Right now. No, I'm. Oh. So I'm okay.
All right. All right, let's get started.
I'm gonna go make a minute fun.
Morning, Mike Stevens, Rotary. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Join me in the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, second, third, fourth.
Will be beneficial to all.
All right.
Is it fun?
Oh, fun, yeah. Aloha. Sorry.
The reason I didn't do that, thanks, Eileen.
Yeah, that's all right. We still do it. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Good crowd today, so look good to see you. I'll just start the meeting off with obviously some somber news that we've all probably seen emails, but we lost Joyce on one today. So I want to start the meeting with just a moment of silence for Joyce and continue. So. Thank you, everybody. So do we have any guests? I see our speakers are online.
Yes, good morning,
April and
Calais.
Calais. Okay, I don't want to butcher that, so I'll let you say it. How much time do you need for your talk?
10 to 15 minutes is more than enough.
Okay, perfect. We'll get through our club business and then we'll have time for you at the end. You don't have to listen. You can mute us out, but we are pretty fun. So you might want to.
I have no doubt. Take your time. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Eileen.
Yes, sir. So today I chose more of a definition than a quote, but I feel like it really is reflective of those in this room and those who serve Rotary. And it's called difference maker, a dedicated person who can make a big impact even with a small action or few words. Someone who improves the lives of others, who rallies or encourages others to propel themselves forward and bring about change.
All right, any other visitors out here? Is that their guests? We're all good. All right. Birthday. So another somber is birthdays this week. Joyce's birthday is on the 26th. So spouse birthdays. We have Mike Westover on the 24th. Don't forget. That's today, right? Yeah, today's the 24th. Rotary anniversaries. 24th, Chris Vallow.
What happened?
8 years.
Oh,
Today.
Thanks.
8 years.
Yeah, tour duty.
Announcements. I'm gonna let Gary update, but Joyce's funeral will be the 15th of February. In Snohomish. He has all the address and all that. Thanks everybody who donated to Kendra's brother. That was awesome. I think Lori with $644. The Lake Stevens Brewery also this Saturday is doing something for them. So if you guys want to stop by and have a beer, not quite sure on the time, but I think it's in the evening. Might be all day, but it's $1 every pint goes to them. Plus there's a jar there. So And then the Amy blood drive's still set for the 31st.
It is.
Are we full?
Full. Is it full? I tried to log in the other day.
Better
Full.
I think there's 5 spots.
Okay,
Why
And
does it say
they've
full?
notified the people that run the website. And we're trying to have some continuity, some converging. Continuity was right. There's a couple spots available. Check it out.
Okay.
It says it's full. But it's great. I'm very excited.
If they come by that day, sometimes will they try to come in?
Sometimes there is room for drop-ins, yeah. If we're talking about a blood drive.
Mhm.
A young mom, right, just lost 10 liters of blood the other day when she was delivering. And your body only holds 5, so she lost her whole body's worth of blood again and then again. And so we transfused her. We have a massive hemorrhage protocol. So we have O negative blood, and fresh frozen plasma and, platelets on the floor that we're able to give to them very quickly. And she got that 4 different times. So not to be super dramatic, but like the blood that we're gathering on Friday is like already gone.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of crazy. And there, again, there is no substitute for blood. So I love that we're doing that. Then later, that's like
13 wine bottles.
just to put it in perspective. No, is that?
No,
that
it's not.
it
It's
is.
wine.
That oil, my oils in the salt is coming
Can you
to.
recycle it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's used to saying olive oil, but that would be.
Yeah, I would have said olive oil. and stuff like that.
Maybe there is a replacement, Amy.
let's do some reports. Lori, treasurer's report.
Paying your dues, coming in nice and steady, I sure appreciate that. Again, if you want to pay by credit card, I'd have that. I thought I'd kind of give you a quick summary of how your dues are spent. So there's been for the club, to maintain the club. A good portion of it goes to Rotary International and Rotary District. So some of that just passes right through us. Some of the other things that the club spends money on is the rent for the room, coffee, new members, their badges and so forth.
Oh,
What else? Oh, the post office box.
yeah. Yeah.
Those are probably and then a little bit we do for, events that we do as a club, like the annual dinner or the chili cook-off, things like that. So that's where your money's going, that $150.
Gary,
Okay, we have a date change for the board meeting. We are going to change it to the 3rd Wednesday of the month, February 19th at Sherwood Community Services. Otherwise, if we don't do that, we have to have Brian run the meeting. And have you ever seen a
It would be to your advantage.
they're quick.
So anyway,
Is there gonna be barbecue?
well, that's up to him whenever he takes over. But he's pretty, didn't win the barbecue.
Get
Don't
that.
Started hearing. Don't wind him up.
Bring the whole event.
I'm gonna repeat that the Chamber of Commerce has got a comedy night out on at the Lake Stevens Food Bank on Friday, February 7th, starting at 6 p.m. There will be food. Tickets were $60 or $55 if you're a chamber member, and technically Lake Stevens Rotary Club is a chamber member, so you might be able to use that. I just wanted to bring that up. And then Joyce's funeral, her memorial is on February 15th at 2 p.m. at St. John's Church in Snohomish. That's on 2nd Avenue. It was probably one of the older churches in the city, recently renovated. Her daughter and son-in-law are driving out. I had a long conversation with, actually 2 conversations with Art Alisi this past week. He is doing wonderful. He got a pacemaker. And he says, I have new life. I can't believe it. I thought I was dying. I'm not. And so he talked to Joyce's daughter. And when they come out, they're gonna be out for 15 to 20, 25 days. There's likely going to be a reception following the service, but they were still working on all that stuff.
They're looking at the senior center on the 16th,
Yeah, I know.
Sunday.
Yeah.
In snow.
In Lake
Lake
Stevens.
Stevens.
Yeah.
I knew that they were talking about it, that they
It's gonna
hadn't
be confirmed
confirmed.
today.
Anyway, that's it, but I will be looking for information on Joyce, as far as things that she did in the city. Many of you know that the senior center is where it's at now because of her and, a few others. And so I'm going through and contacting people and see if I can get more information, because what I'd like to do is put a tribute on our website to Joyce. Eileen had the best picture
Yeah.
I've seen. so
Yeah.
far,
That's great.
if you don't mind, I'd like to use
Yeah. I can
on our
send it to
website.
you. It's actually on.
It's on our rotaries, I think.
Yeah,
It's-
I took it at the banquet, but
Okay,
I'm happy to send it to you. I have a copy.
I got it.
Whatever.
I got it. I already downloaded it. If you know of anything that Joyce did, or hear of something, please let me know, and I'll, be putting something together over the next several days.
All right, Brian,
Yeah, no.
got nothing. Head down, just
Well,
nothing.
I mean, we had that dinner and it's interesting to hear all the other people talk about their clubs, like Marysville auction. They made like 180 grand at their auction, so that was pretty impressive. And then just talking to the Arlington. club.
When you hear what Arlington makes for their fundraisers, that's really impressive.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's like, it's so funny to listen to them talk about the same things we do, which is like last minute. I mean, there's tickets for Duck Dash literally at, 5:55 and it's about 6 o'clock to get on. So, I mean, so I guess we don't have to feel bad that everything comes together at the end of the day, because it seems like everybody else's clubs are the same, so.
How was the fish? You're not saying anything?
I'm
No.
not saying a word.
So if you guys don't, every month we have a president and president-elect meeting for Area J at Kathleen Olson's house, so she always cooks dinner for us. And so thanks for, I couldn't make last night, so. Coming or Tuesday night. I didn't think you were gonna go after last one.
Yeah, well, you put on the spot with a lot of stuff. They ask a lot of questions and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't think anything's a trade secret and I think we tend to all kind of do the same stuff for the most part. So, I mean, everybody's looking for the, aha, you guys do that? And I mean,
We have Bob Howe. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? That's our secret weapon.
I always walk out with a huge, they live on Glen Eagle, so I walk out of there every time I go with a huge bag of golf balls. Cause he doesn't golf, but her husband finds golf balls. And so he just gives them, like, oh, let's score. So. All right, let's, Eileen,
So quick updates, KOB got his card, Johanna got her card, and, just let me know what you would like me to, what we need to do for Joyce, make sure that happens.
Yeah.
So Raquel and I have been busy.
Yeah.
And where is she? Is she in here? I know, so we have exciting news. Would you like to share?
Yes, we have already secured our venue for Forks and Kegs. And Ruth is available to cater, so we have already secured our location, our date, our caterer. All we need to do is plan the fun stuff between now and then. So,
Ready to share?
No,
Yeah.
yes.
will it pay you?
They give you $1 if you tell us. So.
It's gonna cost you more than $1, no.
We decided that we were gonna move the
We're
event
moving
up.
the date. We're moving the date because, in November, when we've typically, had the event, it's rainy, it's gross, it's cold, and it's in the thick of everyone else's fundraiser season. And so for me, as far as having a business as a small business owner, I want to support our own local economy here in Lake Stevens as the Lake Stevens Rotary. So, the more I thought about it, the more I thought the venue we did have last year could work for us if a couple of things happened. A, it wasn't so cold outside and rainy. It's a beautiful venue. We're gonna move the date up. So the weather will be more conducive to having a function at Carlton Farms, so we can support a local business here in our community. And we can utilize the outdoor area of that venue versus just being held up inside
She
that.
wants more than $1 to tell us what's the date.
The 13th.
Is this what Jack does?
September.
It's, Rachel's the same way, it's like this whole dragon,
Yeah.
this is suspense.
You should have let me,
So the
because I already
date-
got right to the point.
Yeah.
September 13th.
Oh, okay.
At Carlton Farm.
You're in charge next time.
Here's what's great about Carlton
All
Farm.
right.
So I reached out to Kelsey over there and I said, hey, what dates do you have available on Saturday? And they usually do on September 13th, they usually do weddings.
Yep.
So she's like, it would be $4,000. And I'm like, well, I said, well, do you have a Friday available? Because that's not in our budget.
Mhm.
And she called me back and she said, and I think this is really why it's so important to support other entities in our community. And she said, well, the family got together and we talked about it, and because you guys have supported us the last couple of years, we would like to offer you that date at the discounted price. So
Hey,
I
Greg.
just, I really feel like that's part of the community and why it's important that we hold our event in our community.
Yeah, Greg and Carrie
And
are
so,
amazing people.
I just was, I didn't have the contract yet, I was supposed to get it last night, but we'll get it to you, so.
So that being said, this summer, go to their produce stand, support them.
Yeah, I think I was just really impressed. I wasn't expecting that, so I thought that was a great win. And then, we'll figure out, Raquel and I are gonna get together with Ruth and figure out what kind of meal we're gonna do, but, we're excited.
And then if we can check with
The
the
big three's already done,
the
so
auctioneer,
it's like, what's that?
what did I say? Raquel?
Oh, yeah, the
I couldn't think of the word auctioneer, so I just started.
So that was gonna be my next question, because I know Michelle books up. Are we good with moving forward? Because I'm gonna meet with her on the 31st and I can ask her about Rotary as well.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, obviously,
I-
board decision, but I'm okay with it.
okay. Other than that, that's really, I mean, Raquel, you're amazing, and I called her and she's like, oh, I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, what? And then boom, look at that. So it's great, so,
mess around.
what's that?
Some employees
Mess
do.
around.
Okay,
And this is why I love you so much.
all right.
So that's all I have. If you guys know somebody within the club or that needs a pick me up or a card or something like that, please email me, let me know, and I'll get, it's not always conducive to come bring it and have the club sign it. So I don't want you to feel like I'm spiting you, but sometimes by the time I get notification, it's already like a week later. And so I just put it from your Rotary family, so if
That's
you guys are
perfect.
good with that. But just keep me in the loop, and let me know so I can get it taken care of. And that's all I have, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Long-winded.
Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I also have actually, sorry, entertainment. Entertainment. So I know that we had really talented gal last year, but there's another local Lake Stevens graduate, that's in a band that she does really good stuff. She's been down at the Port of Everett and had a concert, so she's good. So talking to her about potentially even volunteering her time to do our Rotary function, so we won't even have to pay her.
Okay.
Feed her,
You can put out
we'll
a tip
we'll
jar.
tip her very well, but,
Oh, yeah,
but feed her and tip her. I'm working on how we can facilitate as much for nothing as possible.
Yeah.
Yes, work, yeah. Okay,
No.
that's it.
Thanks. Rochelle is not here. Bob Foundation.
I'll be ready to give a talk next month, right?
Okay,
I didn't get to reach out. to Kendra.
Kendra and get a date, yep. International, Chris,
Yeah, nothing new.
perfect. Membership? You already took your time, so.
If anybody wants to get together and talk about, doing some outreach to. I feel like we're at a point now where I want to do some. Meet and greets, walk into businesses, or even talk to people, in our community that we think would be a good fit for us. But we should be extending that invitation more and more, so. Now that I'm retired fully, I have more time on my hands, so.
All right. Vocational. Lance, got anything?
We have our first scholarship application.
Nice.
I know, last week I said I'd reach out and I will do that. I've got some time this afternoon that I'll commit to Rotary to get the committee together. But going to this online submission, we did not get the scholarship stuff out till March or April. And the way that it's set up now, all he's got to do is click the switch and the application is open online. So it was cool to see the first one come through. I told the person, thank you for applying. You've tested our system. It came through with flying colors. I'll be in touch, but we'll get the committee together. Watch for an email from me this afternoon.
All right. Thanks. Let's see here. Programs, is Kendra on? Nope. Public image, I don't see Rand. James, you got a scout report for us?
I do, thank you, Mr. President. We're ramping up our startup for the boys scout troop, so that's coming, be starting here shortly. The girls are doing great. We've invited them to come next month to give us their annual report. And I'm just waiting on Kendra's okay for the date. They are gonna do their annual fundraiser of mulch in March. So look for information about that. I know some of you purchased that mulch and had them come out and spread it around, so that's coming out. And then they're also gonna participate in a scouting for food program to benefit our food bank. And that'll be on March 1st. So they're targeting certain neighborhoods, about 3,000 homes. But that doesn't mean if you're not a target neighborhood, could contribute and help out. I know you do anyway, but this would be another way to do that. Now, again, we have the March 1st, so hopefully Anthony's doors will be open. Anyway, yeah, so we're looking forward to them coming and visit next week.
Thank you. All right. Standing.
Ron, one other thing, Rand's committee meeting, public image is gonna be on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
I've asked for a change on that.
Yeah, you told me, he's doing it. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Somebody with a lot of time on their hands, I understand. All right.
Do I get to go first? Oh.
Nice and loud, the last three on the red card.
Last three is 4, 9, 5, 2.
Let me know.
Do you need my ticket, just so you know that I'm like legit?
Nobody else is targeted, so I think you're good.
492, right?
Okay.
Now you get to hopefully.
What's our pot up to?
No.
But you do get a consolation.
Oh, thank you. Nothing.
Okay. Everybody have their badge on? No. Okay.
He doesn't have a badge. So
Get me a badge.
It's in front.
There you go.
Okay, we'll blame him.
There's no reason to assume I don't have my bad. No, it's sitting at my desk at work. I just never.
Talk about your dad.
Not gonna find the two mayors.
We all know what your office looks like. Just admit it's lost.
No, I know where it is.
Bring it, put it in the box.
Oh.
You'll remember to bring it.
All right, let's do some, happy sad dollars.
No, Dad. No, Dad.
Maybe they didn't
Um,
forget. Yeah.
I have tons and tons to be happy about today. First and foremost, I did sell my business this week and it is now transitioning. I'm obviously putting forth some time and helping and mentoring and whatnot, and it feels very odd to lose a big part of my identity, so. So when people introduce me now, it's not, this is Raquel and she owns the creamery, this is just Raquel. No, she used to own the creamery, yeah. But anyway, that's a really awesome thing. I got a puppy that I've been begging my husband for years. I got him this week. I adopted him. Actually, he's a 3-year-old. So he's fully trained. He's awesome. Yeah, his name is Yeti. His name is Yeti. He is a Cavapoo, which is what I wanted, and I put out on Facebook that I wanted to find a breeder, and I got information back from somebody that I acquaintance knew somebody that needed to rehome a Cavapoo, and I said,
Your gal.
I'm your gal. So I got the $3,500 dog for nothing. See, I can get stuff for free, guys. And then my son went to school every day this week, and that was the first week that he has made it every single day this week, or during the week since. So that to me is actually even more emotional than the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a lot to be happy for. Yeah. And, I will bet, I promise.
Excited it's Friday. I get to go to volunteer at our third winter camp for middle schoolers and high schoolers for the weekend. So that'll be interesting. I'm also excited for the program today. As many people know, I'm a recovering addict. Today's actually 15 years.
I have lots to be thankful for as well, but I'm very happy to be here today.
Is this a common site?
It's the mayor thing.
Yeah.
Strength and they're so cute on this family.
I'm thankful my son and his beautiful wife finally got their starter home. I got the keys to it yesterday, and we're gonna help them move in over the weekend. $500,000 starter. It's a cabin out on Lost Lake on Camino Island.
Oh,
Wow. But it's cool. It's a cute little place. It'll be fun, and it's good to see them start.
Motorized creek.
Yes, there's no wakeboarding on. Lost Lake.
Mr. Mayor.
Well, I'm very sad to hear about Joyce, but I'm very happy to have known Joyce. Over the years, she and my wife were patriots in a lot of things that happened in this community. So I will take a lot of joy in that. And Gary, I'll send you whatever I can.
Oh, great. I appreciate it.
And lastly, just thinking what Raquel had to say about no longer being the owner of the creamery, you're Raquel, owner of the creamery. Well, that's how old mayors feel.
I used to be.
I know.
Well, Gabby, it's Brian. It's sad as well that Joyce is gone. She was a great aspiration for our community and the things she did for people, and she was a great light. So.
I meant to mention too, Gary talked about Art Alessi, his wife Karen was a member early on in our club and actually sponsored me into this class.
Yeah, she had 12 new members, I think, that first year that she was president.
Gary.
two things. One, is for, the way I found out about Joyce. Vicky Peters was a young lady that was a member of our club and lived right across the street from Don Iverson. She's a student at WSU campus. So she ended up saying that she just could no longer do it. I did not know that while she was a member, she met Joyce. And apparently over the last couple of years, she's been visiting Joyce. She is the one that was at the house when Joyce came home from the hospital, got in her bed, and 20 minutes later, passed away. So Vicky thought, and they had a conversation before Joyce passed, and Vicky told her that the Rotary Club was thinking about her and praying for her, and then she was gone. So you never know when somebody is either a member or a former member, the impact that they have, but she apparently got fairly close to Joyce from what I understand. The other thing is today is my number 2 granddaughter's 31st birthday. She's engaged and she's going to be married on September 20th. That's 10 days before Bev and I celebrate our 64th wedding anniversary. So that's it.
So I'm a very good friend of Joyce Bell. We were very active together in the senior center. I'm gonna miss her, but you know, she's in a better place than all of us. The Lord was ready to take her, and he accepted her. So I say, Joyce, Mahalo, I miss you. And this is going on, what am I at today? I was so busy making coffee.
For me, it's the cycle of life continues. And so that afternoon, my grandson was born. I got sick, so I haven't been able to see him. I'm hoping to see him this weekend. Yeah. Congratulations.
So I'm happy, not really, that I gotta watch my son's crackhead dog again. And everything that I did that we worked with him on, it's been undone. And my son is like, it's gonna be great because you can do it again.
It's like having grandkids and then sending them back home.
Everybody says it's not a type up the grandkid. My plan literally is gonna sugar those kids up.
Oh, yeah.
Drop them off, because I'm not gonna do that with the dog, 'cause he might throw up in my house. So, yeah.
So you gotta time it right.
Sounds like you need to train the son.
Yeah, no, it's, anyway, yeah.
Well, happy and sad with my text message that I had to rat out my grandson in his inappropriate texting. So I just had a screenshot and tell my daughter, okay, find out what's going on. He accidentally sent me a inappropriate text message. There's an age, yeah, sexy girl wants me bad. He said, I'm going, okay, there's something on here. Don't rat me out.
What text?
I still want to be the good grandpa.
That's how God works in mysterious ways right there.
Yeah, and I'm very happy for Raquel. You'll always be Raquel.
With the green
You know, I just have to say, not the green, Raquel, yeah, the green. So I'm dying to know what mayor voted for what mayor. Maybe that's next meeting. And then, on a personal note, I'm going to PTO on Sunday for 9 days in Kauai. I've got work meetings and commitments every day while I'm there. That's the bummer side, but at least I'll be on the
Beach.
So you have one job, bring some warm weather back.
Yes, please.
Oh, I have another job, but that's gonna be talking to Mary after Rotary.
Perfect.
Put on another hat. Aquafest hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Arthur?
Is it my turn? Okay,
Yeah, it's
great.
your turn.
All right, I brought props. I have $5. They're all happy, and here it is. We are launching, I think I mentioned, I Love Lake Stevens. That's our campaign, and it's gonna be every February, so this is our first time. And we're just listening to all the stuff that people are talking about, like the graduates and the community and the strength that we have together. The schools are connecting us. are just so proud to be part of that. So this is the, I Love Lake Stevens, and we're gonna be out waving signs, and we launch, this is a community event, and I invited the mayor and the city council. If you come out to wave signs, with us, it's from 3 to 5, this coming Monday, we have 3 locations. Lending Park, let's see, Silver Hill, by the Starbucks, and I'm blanking on the location.
Trestle Station.
Thank you, Trestle Station, exactly. So we're gonna be handing out t-shirts when people, come out, so you can share the love. And you know, why do we love Lake Stevens, right? So there's lots of reasons, but we have, Students of the Month. I think you might know that we have that, and this is my first time as a superintendent watching this. I'm like, holy cow, this is awesome. So just last time we had students, and they say, this is who I am, and this is why I was awarded, and this is what I want to do in the future. So I just jotted down a couple of the aspirations of our students who are age 11 to 18 right now. And here's what they said: I want to be an astrophysicist. I want to be a future teacher. I want to be a geologist. I want to be a designer. I would like to be a great chef who uses art in the world of culinary. I want to be a computer scientist. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be an EMS helicopter pilot. Who doesn't? Okay. I want to be a neurological surgeon. I want to be a mechanical engineer. I want to be a psychologist. I was like, awesome. That is why I love Lake Stevens. But then we had other qualities that they were lauded for: that they're trustworthy, that they're determined, that they're ready to learn, that they're receptive to feedback, they're polite, they're respectful, a moral compass grounded in compassion. These are just some of the accolades for our students. And I think, gosh dang it, our future is bright. And that's why I love Lake Stevens. And at the end, I'd be remiss if I did not remind everybody, wait, that's right. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot the big one. That's right, I'm all signs from cops today. So I love Lake Stevens. Oh, and by the way, remember to vote. Remember to vote. We have a bond, and that's February 11th. So thank you.
Ron, I'd like to recommend that the Rotary Club go on record publicly, supporting. the Lake
Thank you.
Stevens, school district.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Typically, we do not get into political campaigns for individuals, but we have been able to do it in terms of things like this, and I think we ought to go on record.
Yep.
Maybe even send a letter to the editor of the newspaper, maybe even a press release, and put it on our website.
Is there a newspaper anymore?
Yeah, it's kind of thin.
Maybe one of your graduates could start it up again. Mr. President.
Happy Friday. Weather is gonna be cold but beautiful.
She's online.
Sorry about Joyce. It's kind of I was coming in this morning, it's kind of a little reflection on, life is short, it happens fast. I was personally kept on saying, I need to get to see Joyce, I need to go visit her, visit her. And then, you get busy and all of a sudden you don't get to anymore. So I love seeing her at the Christmas party at John's house. She was smiling, she had a good time, so I'll remember that, so.
A couple bucks here. One, my apologies to the speakers. I've got a scooter butt because I'm leaving to take a friend out for a birthday, but congratulations to Raquel. And then also just in memory of Joyce. Joyce was really special when I joined Rotary here in this club in 2004. She was one of the strong, founding members and did a lot of things through the years, celebrating her birthdays together. And I'll never forget, going up to the hospital. I mean, it was a number of years ago. She went into the hospital. She wasn't feeling well. And Dean and I visited her, and then she got moved into hospice at the hospital. It took her off all her medicines.
Several times.
Her priest came and blessed her, and then she went home. Like who leaves hospice from the hospital when you're in your 90s? Joyce Bell. So Joyce lived a really good, full life that gave a lot to the community and really something to aspire to.
Proud to know Joyce, and kind of a fun story. My daughter turned 30 yesterday and they went out to dinner at a place, they live in Tacoma. And they took a picture, for her 30th birthday and posted it on Facebook. And my daughter looked at it and there was this elderly couple that were sitting behind them. And she goes, they look really familiar. She brought up the same picture from the same place the year before. And that same couple were sitting behind them. So when they left, they all said, see you next year.
you guys have not had the opportunity to go to Dennis Shop, you need to go. I went there earlier this week. And it's so beautiful. It's such a cute little nook and place and she just shines when she's in there. So you guys should go. I got some orange honey and some delicious lemon flavored covered almonds. And just, it's really great what you can see and do and the ideas that they have and the little snacks you can make. And just, anyway, gotta go see your thing. I'm making her a sign.
A sign for
Yes.
it.
They open on the side of the building where you can't really see the one up to the front, so gonna help her with that, so I'm happy about that. And then got word last night from my son, there was some concern about him not being able to try out or walk on to the University of Wyoming football team. They were like, we'll see, we'll have to see, you know, we may not be doing walk-ons or this and that, and that. We got word last night that he has been approved by the head coach to be able to be seen walk. Yes.
What's his position?
Middle linebacker,
That's great.
kill everybody,
Big guy.
Yeah.
Big guy.
6'3", 245 pounds.
Seahawks might be able to use it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Travel plans this fall?
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go.
Thank you. Well, I'm grateful for many things, let alone the health of everybody and my family. My wife and I watched a movie last night. It was on Prime Video. It was called Triumph. And heartwarming, just a fabulous feel-good movie. If you get a chance to watch it, watch it. I will recommend that you have a box of Kleenex with you. But it was just a movie to make you feel good and to be proud that we live here in this country and things can make changes in our lives. Thank you.
All right, well, I am happy to be able to make it here again and a project at work. It was supposed to take 3 months. Started in March, almost done, so maybe I can be here more often when it's done. And then, yeah, the I Love Lake and the Lake Stevens School District. Have you heard many stories about the giant chicken and how that has played a part in the high school?
I have not, but I'm happy we get done.
We need to, yeah.
Let me know about the chicken.
Yeah. Especially because it was our senior year, we were the culprits.
Why?
My
Too late now, Andy. Too late.
Remember the 4-week test.
Who else was in your class?
Their family's really close with Joyce Bell, Chris Pratt, I think some of the main culprits were like Eric Thorlifson, Brad Estes. Yeah, you guys remember the chicken ended up on top of the water tower back in '97?
You feel like you just share this, the statute.
You're so proud. Right, well, I had no part in it. I drove the car.
I hear the over here texting the police department.
Great seeing you.
Well, class of '88 had some shenanigans as well. Anyway, happy dollars.
Right then up on Frontier Door.
Yeah.
It was
Happy dollars for Joyce, was really, her in this room.
Also happy dollars for Joyce. I really am so glad I took the time to have lunch with her and kind of get to know her. She was a powerhouse, man. She had opinions, even at, I don't even know how old she was, 90 something. She had opinions, and I love that. I love how lucid she was, and we had such a great conversation. So she will definitely be missed. Tom, my husband, is celebrating 30 years with Boeing. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited about that.
Get plane?
No. Not. But we get good insurance, so I'm not.
Yeah, there you go.
And then super excited about Forks and Cakes, and of course, Sherwood's Gala is coming up on April 5th, so if you haven't bought your tickets, please consider. I also want to thank everybody in this room who has sponsored, donated, supported, attended. It makes a difference, and we, and Rotary Club in general, we just appreciate the support and allowing us to do the work that we do and changing the narrative of people with disabilities. So thank you.
Christine, maybe you can give Raquel some pointers on that.
We're going to lunch, aren't we?
That sounds good. I like lunch. It's my favorite. It's lunch now. Feeling good.
Good deal. Well, a happy sad dog for Joyce. She helped me out 10 or 12 years ago, personal level, so I appreciate that. She's a great community advocate. Looking forward to hearing all about her life and stories. Lori.
Right, well, today is Mike's birthday, so happy birthday to Mike. And I met Joyce, but while I was still living in Kent, and came up and was visiting the folks, and Mom and Joyce were talking about the senior center. So I knew she was a powerhouse back then. And then I've got a couple shout out bucks for Tracy for how what a dedicated friend you were.
Yeah.
Nobody supported her.
All right, just quick side note on the chicken. I'm not a Lake Stevens graduate, but I was cleaning my garage the other day and I looked up and I have a hole in my sheetrock in the garage. And it is from the chicken, and my kids stole it and stored it in my garage for a day, so. And the little things in the head, they stood it up and it punched a hole right in it. I haven't fixed it yet, so, all right. Welcome to our speakers, Kelly and April, to talk about the Snohomish County, where did my sheet go? Snohomish County Recovery Coalition.
Yes.
You have a presentation, you're just gonna talk.
We're just going to speak to you all today, and if you we have some materials that we can distribute as far as some outcomes that we did from an events and whatnot that we can email to you and you can distribute at your leisure digitally. My name is April Provost. I am the board vice president of the Snohomish County Recovery Coalition. I'm excuse me. I'm sorry I'm not on camera and my voice is a little wavery. I had the flu this week. So Calais is going to present to you, tell you a little bit about the coalition, some of the things that we've done, and how we would like to partner with you going forward. Calais.
Good morning. First, before I start off, I just want to send my condolences for Joyce. It sounds like she was a wonderful woman and a big part of your guys' community. So I just wanted to start there. So my name is Calais, and I am a part of the Snohomish County Recovery Coalition. If some of you are unfamiliar about what the coalition is, we are an advocate and support for those that are seeking recovery and or who are part of the recovery community. We are currently right now, I think we are 2 years running. We are a part of the Washington Recovery Alliance. So we are, it's a regional, we're part of the region in one of the coalitions. And so we're fairly new in our community. However, we do have a very large recovery community. And so one of the things that we are really hoping to do and continue to do along the time that we have with our recovery community is really try to bring not only advocacy, but also education to break down stigma and to provide access to behavioral health, and also to make sure that individuals and families also have a way to find the support that they need. Last year, we had our first very large event. It was called Spring into Recovery. We had a host at the Aqua Sox Stadium, and the turnout was amazing. We had hundreds of resources there for those who are looking for access into the recovery community, and also not only in recovery, but also different pathways to find support. There was thousands of people who showed up, and then we also got to participate in the game later on that evening, and we provided tickets for some of the individuals that were there. One of our biggest goals right now is reaching out to extending our reach into Snohomish County. And we're looking really for consideration for not just funding, but also support in our vision and in our mission, you know, which is access. And one of the things that we are about to do come February 6th is go down and, you know, rally with other people in recovery, because we are looking to build healthy policies right now, you know, in the support of our community, and which we are all a part of this community, whether we're in recovery and or not in recovery. A lot of us have been touched by those that are in active addiction or coming out of active addiction. And so we're really hoping to see how we can work together to build a better partner with the Lake Stevens area. I love your sign. We love Lake Stevens. You know, you guys are also part of the Snohomish County, and like we love Snohomish County and we love Washington, you know. So that's kind of some of the things right now that we're working on. Anybody is able to join us. Anybody is able to come to our meetings. We have a meeting once a month. It's the second Tuesday, where you can get more information. You can also get to sit. A lot of us that are on the coalition, we all are a part of, we've all experienced addiction in one form or another, myself included. And, you know, come March, I'll have 12 years free from active addiction. And I really believe in just the fact that all of us can make it out of that. And then also providing support in ways that maybe we didn't know that we had, and giving people voices. Did I touch everything, April?
Clay, you did wonderful. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you sharing your own personal piece of the story as well. So, our board president, Evie Velez, also works for the Snohomish County Superior Court programs. Excuse me. Eric and I started this coalition up in summer of 2023. So we are entering in our second year. We just received our nonprofit status, so we are actually our own entity. It's a local faction of the Washington Recovery Alliance, which is a grassroots advocacy group that was formed as family members and people with lived experience started to see the kind of the breakdown in our behavioral health system and the barriers and gaps in services. We wanted to start to fill some of those voids. Our local coalitions, our membership is very strong. I think we have 70 to 90 active members. And the wonderful part about our membership is that not only are they people with that lived experience from either a loved one or themselves suffering with substance use, mental health, or behavioral health challenges, many of us also work within the industry or the social services industry. So we've created this vast network of experts and helping us, you know, navigate people through to find their unique pathway to recovery. We want to really recognize that there are multiple ways for people to recover. I know that conventionally it was has historically been, you know, an abstinence-based inpatient programming, but you know, as the illicit market has changed, so must we. And finding, you know, ways to help people get better and providing a sense of community. And really, that's what we want to partner with you and other cities to form that community. We want people to get well and to re-engage with their communities in healthy and positive ways. And we want to be here to help support all of our community members, our business owners, our families, our schools. Everyone has been so impacted, and I think that providing people a safe place, providing them with pathways to recovery, providing them with expertise, providing them with education, taking away some of the social stigmas and the misinformation that oftentimes gets perpetuated through media cycles and just bad information. So we're here to answer any of those questions. We want you to utilize us for that expertise, for our lived experience, and help us elevate those voices of recovery. We want to incentivize recovery for people instead of having it just be purely punitive to the addict. Let's incentivize them going into recovery. How can we support them and bolster them and build them up and celebrate them? Because it's such a wonderful feat, and there is nothing quite like seeing the spark come back in somebody's eyes when they find their way out of that darkness. So I will open it up now if there's any questions that we can answer for you. We will be conducting our next Spring into Recovery event. The unique thing about this resource event is that we provide direct access to services. So we provided, I think it was roughly 50 free haircuts to those in need. We had veterinary services, and we served 35 pets, I believe. We had Department of Licensing there to help people with barriers that did not have their ID. We had DSHS sign up. We had transportation available. 2 were transported to detox. We served 500 hot meals. And we got people connected with services. We also brought people that have entered into recovery back, and they got to come and see all of these service providers that they had maybe previously utilized to help get themselves there, and got to demonstrate what a positive light and the positive outcomes that come from these services. So it sets it a little bit apart that we can do those direct services. So we had dental, medical, medication assisted treatment, and then we had signups for streamlining people directly into inpatient and higher level of care. This year, we're going to be doing that again. The date will be June 13th, which is a Friday at Funco Fields, home of the Aqua Sox. And then it'll be immediately following will be the Aqua Sox game, which will be a recovery night, family night baseball game. So we encourage all of the families in Lake Stevens to come out and show your support and just enjoy some good old-fashioned baseball.
If you guys, are you, Haley and April, can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, it's a little quiet, but yeah, we'll listen carefully and we will we'll do our best.
So Mayor Haley, I just wanted to thank you too. I know you guys have participated in our opioid awareness seminar town halls that we've done in the past with Sam Quinones and others, and I appreciate your participation in our community.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Yes, we've enjoyed doing all of those tabling events, and we are more than happy to continue to do those and show up and help support the Lake Stevens community in any way possible.
Any other questions? All right.
If you would like any more information about the Snohomish County Recovery Coalition, please visit our Facebook page, Snohomish County Recovery Coalition. If you would like to reach out, please use the email address of contact@snowcorecovers.org.
All right. Well,
thank you for your time.
Kelly and April, thank you very much for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
Yep. All right. Anything else that anybody would like to add before we adjourn?
We get an octopus this game?
Is that possible?
Not yet.
Patience, wait for it.
Yeah, we need a program for it.
You know that guy that helped out with that rescue? The
Firefighter or the citizen?
The citizen, so he's a friend of mine, actually. When I saw the picture, I was like, that's Matt. So Matt was a helicopter pilot in the Navy.
Navy.
He's retired now, but he was also the commander of the Everett base. And now he flies Mercy helicopter. I think he's up in Bellingham. So it's literally like second nature for that guy to, I mean, that car could have been underwater and he would have jumped in. That's just who he is. So that's pretty cool to see that. It was like, holy smokes, I mean, he's literally, I mean, it was freezing outside. And then to see the firefighter too, just without any hesitation, just getting that water. That's
So Alex Fatkins, one of our firefighters that lives in Lake Stevens, he was literally playing Xbox when he saw the call on his phone. So he's a rescue swimmer.
Right.
So we donned all this stuff on his front step of his house, went down there and was in the water within minutes. And that, maybe, I think, didn't Matt speak to us? Didn't we have like one of the guys that ran was the head of the naval base come and talk?
We've had former commanders.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I didn't know he was the base.
he wasn't with time.
So the next day, Public Works did go out, put some temporary, hey, there's water in front of you. Pictures, and we have some permanent ones coming.
That's awesome.
It's tough because you think of the lady in the disorientation and you're gonna go, you naturally think, I can't go left. Cause it's all blocked off. So you just, I think, in your mind,
That's
oh, I just turned right. And that day, it was like.
It was foggy and.
Very
yeah.
foggy, yeah.
Very foggy.
Yeah.
So we've got some reflective stuff down already and some permanent stuff on there.
Okay.
What?
Can you gate that?
No.
No, you can't.
You can't.
The instant raise.
Why are you saying sorry? Not even after this.
David, you are, no.
DC funds.
I've seen them gate. Boat launches after dusk.
Well, that night 17 was closed. So
Yeah.
she had to go down Mill Creek,
Yeah.
go south, and then take a right into the road.
All right.
I was looking out for that day with a rescue, like.
Yep. Nothing else. Meeting adjourned.
Right there.
Yeah, well, I gotta do that.
I'll do that.